One of the very few movies that I will ever see that involves spiders, ever.
The Baby with Bangs for You loop.
One of the most highly anticipated movies of the summer that has been promoted for about a year now, the people have been waiting for, is The Amazing Spider-Man. Instead of Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker / Spider-Man is now being portrayed by Andrew Garfield, who is most well known for his work as Eduardo Saverin in Social Network. In playing his opposite in the character of Gwen is the beautiful Emma Stone, who is obviously known for The Help, Easy A, Zombieland, and Crazy Stupid Love. What sounds better than that? Please tell me right now. Oh wait, don't tell me because there's nothing better than that. This is clearly fact and not opinion. This is a remake of the original Spider-Man with a little bit of a twist, changing the plot line towards the beginning of Peter Parker's turning into Spider-Man, but I don't want to talk about it too much because that is the excitement of some of this film, is that we don't know what the new take on Spider-Man is. So without further ado, here is my stream of thoughts about The Amazing Spider-Man after seeing it. A fun fact that if you're a woman, you'll want to know before you see the movie. Whenever Andrew Garfield is wearing the Spider-Man suit, he isn't wearing anything underneath it. You're welcome. Whoever decided to make Emma Stone's character Gwen a kind of schoolgirl costume look, I'm sure that you have the male population's appreciation. Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben, adorable. The villain in this movie has to do with reptiles, so once they establish that, they play on this idea that little baby garden reptiles can sense him, and so they have all of these shots of little reptiles crawling on the streets of New York, like little garden ones that nobody would notice, and crawling into like sewer vents. I've never seen a reptile in New York City ever, and I've lived in New York all of my life, so that was a little unrealistic. Favorite line of the movie? I'm going to throw you out a window now. Some people were actually quite scared about the new Amazing Spider-Man movie because they were afraid that it was going to ruin the original plotline of Spider-Man and how he became Spider-Man. But honestly, I really liked the plotline and I didn't feel like it tarnished the original Spider-Man at all or was trying to replace it. I thought it was great and different and really engaging. Also, a lot of things were the same. There really wasn't that much change. It just seemed to be an extremely similar plotline with a new villain. The one thing that I will say about this movie is that Spider-Man usually has villains that are really memorable because they have really memorable personalities. The Green Goblin had a relationship with his son and had a big dual personality problem going on when he was turning into the villain. Octavius was really sarcastic because he was still mostly human and he had this sort of strategic mind like Spider-Man, which is why he was almost a big foe for Spider-Man. This villain didn't have as much character as the other ones and I didn't really feel bad for him. That's just my own personal opinion again, but I didn't like him. Ladies, there's this one shot of Andrew Garfield where he's lying on the floor and it's an aerial shot coming down on him. That is the time to look at his butt. He's got a nice one. This Peter Parker had almost like an edgier look to his costume, which didn't make him look like a bad kid, but gave him this like extra layer that I thought was really cool. Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield all the way. They had brilliant chemistry on screen, really brilliant, and it really showed that they were dating because they are, though they won't admit it to anyone because Andrew Garfield's private, blah blah blah. They're together, just admit it already. Overall, I thought this movie was awesome, and I absolutely recommend it to you. I saw it IMAX 3D. I really recommend seeing it in IMAX 3D. If you haven't seen, I made a review of Magic Mike last week, so I'll put a little annotation over here. Otherwise, leave a comment of what you thought of The Amazing Spider-Man or a movie that you'd like me to review. Until then, later!